Craft Beer Museum. History of beer. The origin of beer goes back to the earliest civilizations and was probably discovered accidentally, about 10,000 years ago. The strongest evidence points to Mesopotamia with the Sumerians, and ancient Egypt around 4000 BC. It was made by fermenting grains, mainly barley or wheat, with water, and served as both a staple food and a ritual drink. The Egyptians produced beer on a large scale and popularized it before it spread to Europe. The brewing tradition in Ecuador began in the San Francisco convent in Quito, around 1566. Friar Jodoco Rique brought barley and wheat from Europe and established what is considered the first brewery in South America. Later, in 1887, Cervecería Nacional, CN, was founded in Guayaquil, launching brands such as Pilsner, which became the leading beer and a symbol of Ecuador. Today, there is a resurgence of craft beer that values high-quality styles and has put Ecuador on the map of premium beers. Craft beer process. Mashing process. To begin the process, hot water is mixed with milled barley malt, gelatinizing the starches and converting them into fermentable sugars. Different temperatures are used, set in advance to activate or deactivate specific enzymes, thereby controlling the process. After mashing, a solution rich in fermentable sugars is obtained, with a sweet taste and sticky consistency, known as wort. Recirculation and filtration process. Once the starches have been fully converted into sugars, the wort is drawn off from the bottom and gently poured back on top without stirring. It must be clear, free of flour or particles. Hot water is then added to the top of the grain bed to dilute the wort and extract the remaining sugars. After a natural filtration process performed by the grains themselves, the wort is transferred to the boiling kettle. This step usually takes between 20 and 40 minutes. Boiling process. It is important to ensure that no cereal or flour residues remain in the wort, as they can affect the texture and flavor of the beer. During boiling, the temperature must be adjusted to maintain a steady boil. In this stage, the color, flavor, aroma, and many other compounds that define the beer are developed. During the boil, hops are added in 3 stages depending on the style of beer. In the first 10 minutes for bitterness, halfway through for flavor, and 5 to 10 minutes before the end for aroma. Cooling process. Once boiling is finished, the wort must be cooled quickly. In less than 50 minutes, the temperature must drop to between 18 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. If the yeast comes into contact with wort above 25 degrees Celsius, fermentation will not proceed correctly. This step is crucial because if the wort rests too long while hot, unwanted microorganisms can be introduced, oxidation can occur, which must be avoided until the wort is below 24 degrees Celsius, and undesirable compounds can form. Fermentation of the wort is done in 2 phases. 1. To the yeast. The amount is calculated based on the wort volume. The fermenter is selected according to the style of beer. The density and temperature of the wort are checked as a kind of tasting. Lager beers, bottom fermentation, ferment between 4 degrees Celsius and 9 degrees Celsius, while ale beers, top fermentation, ferment between 8 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. 2. The beer fermentation is complete, the beer undergoes a cold conditioning steps, and ranges are determined according to the desired final result. This cold process is used for craft beers. The overall procedure takes about 3 to 4 weeks, though the exact time depends on the beer style. Some beers take up to a month to ferment and mature. I am Edmundo. Welcome to My World in the Middle of the World.